Hi, it's Micah. I'm having a bad day. I should probably throw out some disclaimers. I might swear, and if there's any awkward pauses, it's because I'm like crying too much. But I honestly haven't been reading for myself very often. It took about a month and a half or so for my antidepressants that I got back on to start working, and then they were working, and I started catching up on, cleaning the house and all the things normal people do, when they don't lay in bed all day and except for work. Um, and then this happened. So my cat is my everything. She's the love of my life. I've had her for like 9 or 10 years. She's outlasted all my relationships with boys. She's moved with me back and forth to Florida. She lived in a tent with me. There's so much. And I took her to the vet today, and it wasn't the worst news. She doesn't need surgery, hopefully, but it's not good. And I did a pool with the Rain Coast Tarot Borderless Edition 2021. And it resonated. And I like this deck for more abstract things, and my emotions are abstract. They're not mundane. Okay. I'm gonna try to do this. Okay, guys? Let's go. So, situation, I got the Page of Cups, which makes absolute sense because I feel like I have like no control over my emotions right now. Um, Instead of going to work, I gave my boss a heads up yesterday, like, hey, I have a vet appointment. But like, yeah, instead of going to work, I'm like drinking wine and crying. And I think it's interesting that there's all these windows because somebody once told me before, they were like, wow, you're so brave. And I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, you can just like cry in front of anyone, like in public, wherever. And I'm like, well, I don't really think about it that way. It just kind of happens. And if I'm that upset, like I don't care if people want to judge me, like that's on them, you know? Okay. So that was situation. Obstacle, we have the Empress, and I think this showed up as my obstacle because I am her mother. And she's my everything, and losing your everything is really, really shitty. In the background, you can see like this giant figure that maybe makes up a mountain or something crying, and the trees are like rising away from the earth, like the feeling of, breaking apart a little bit. That's what I like about this deck. Like he has the fish in his hand, but he doesn't even notice that like a woman makes up the water, Like there's a lot of interesting things to look at, and that's why I like it for readings like this. Okay. And then I pulled several advice cards because I need advice. I'm falling apart and I don't know what to do. Um so got the Ace of Cups, and this deck gets the one. I find it interesting that like the cup kind of looks like a skeleton hand holding it and like a dove flying away, which is like instead of bringing something to the cup, it's like losing something that you love. Oh shit. Okay. We can do this because I have to. I have to do something right now. And then strength, which I need. Um, and this card is gorgeous. And you can see all the detail. There's like a unicorn and like skeleton guy, whatever. She got those like sexy thigh highs on. And that looks like words. A saddle, like for a horse, so I assume she like rides the lion. And the flag reminds me of the death card, you know? So it's almost like she's like these tentacles like are reaching out and she's like, I'm not scared. And I think that's beautiful. Like I said, plenty of advice cards. We got the magician. I'm waiting for blood work to come back to see if there's anything like we can do to help her. So this is like pull out all the cards, you know what I mean? Like try the options. It's definitely like worth the effort. And although I might feel like I'm drowning, maybe I'll get lucky. Like maybe it'll be okay, you know? Maybe I can hold on for a few more years. And then the Queen of Pentacles. There's so much going on in this card, guys. I don't know why, but the Pentacle suit is like really heavy in this deck with illustrations. So, the Queen of Pentacles. Obviously, I am a queen, and luckily I have the resources to provide for my animal. I mean, this vet visit was like $400 for them to tell me she might just like starve to death. So yeah. Thank you if you did watch. Thanks for listening to me cry. I know everybody like hits a really rough patch sometime in their life, and it just feels like every time I start to like get out of a hole, like a new one appears, you know? Um, so yeah, I guess that's it. Thank you.